Knowing how to react and or treat a person or group of persons is extremely important. I want to say that if you do not like if you do not if like if you haven't became a supervisor, or if you haven't like became some type of teacher, or something similar, a manager, if you haven't been this, you lack it in your life. Because I mean, this is very like important. I think this is very extremely important, and because there's this, how would you say, experience that you get from it, from like, how would you say it, managing people, and so you get to know people, the way they act, their actions toward, certain, how would you say it, commands, I guess you could say, like, was their commands, you're commanding them to do certain things, like go and do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do that, and sometimes they react in a certain manner, and you gain all that experience, and then you tell your supervisor what to do in such situation. And so all this experience, if you don't have it, you definitely need to get it somehow, whether it's here or there, whether it's a if it's by observing people, and and taking a good grasp, a hold of it, because I think that it's very important to know how to treat either a person, like I said, or a group of people, because there's not some people that really take into consideration on the phrase that I just said, how to treat a person. How to treat a person. Do you know how to treat a person? Or just do you just, you think you know, but you really don't know. And so that's very important, and a group of people too is very important. And if you don't know how to do that, you really need to study, and you really need to emphasize on how is it that you should treat people, because you lack it. I think that I still lack a percentage. I think I still lack a lot, on how to treat individuals, accordingly, how to really treat somebody in the right manner, you know how to be, how would you say it, polite. Because when I grew up, there's hardly any people being polite, and so that's very essential to a person, is what I think, to your personality. Lacking it is something that just goes to show that, that there's flaws in character that you still need to correct. Like, I think I very much, I hear myself speaking, and I say, you know what, I need to start doing something. I need to start making some changes in my life, start taking all this into consideration, because it's fun just talking about it, but if I don't do something, if I don't correct it in my life, make it part of my person, you know, it's just a bunch of waste of time.